Hey, it's Dwayne here. Hopefully you're doing all right. Apologies, I haven't put a video out for a long time. It's been manic, I've been on holiday, but this video that I've just created was recorded a few weeks ago. It's on a new property that I've taken on. It's going to be generating around £900 to £1,000. As of today, a few weeks after recording it, effectively the house is making that amount now, if not a little bit more. And it's based upon rent to rent. Don't know what that is? Then check out this video here, because that's a full explanation of how rent to rent guaranteed rent works. And I've been doing it for a number of years, and this is just another property added to the portfolio. Hey, it's Dwayne here. So I want to start off with showing you my next rent to rent deal. So you might be thinking, what's behind me? This really nice compact garden. It's only a few weeks away from being harvested. Got some mint here. That's just the start of the rent to rent. Let me show you inside. You can probably see this blue door. I'm gonna go in and show you right now what is in this next rent to rent deal. Watch out, you're gonna love it. Let's see what it's made of. Okay, so you ready to see it? You ready to see it? Boom. This is my next rent to rent deal. Jokes aside, that was just the outdoor cold storage for the next rent to rent I've got. So here's the back of it. It's effectively over 3 floors. Garden, not in great condition, but it never is. It's summertime. It's going to be one of those things which we're going to have to maintain anyway. But let's just get straight into it. You want to know what it consists of. You want to know the numbers. So let me just give you a tour around the property. Okay, so let's get right into the tour now. So let's come in. So this is effectively a 6-bed property. It's full HMOs, all en suites, but it's tired. It needs a bit of work. Just to kind of give you an understanding, my voice is a bit low because it's tenanted. There's 2 rooms that are taken. We've effectively got some time to refurbish it, put some new tenants in and maximize the cash flow. I'll start with the first bedroom. So you can see you've got our messy painted decorator who's actually holding the camera for me. He's got all his stuff around. So this is the first bedroom. You've got an ensuite there. The property's already in a good condition because it's already got a cupboard unit, it's got a fridge freezer, and it's got a microwave all included too, and a lot of furniture. So we're going to reuse a lot of that and just add a bit more decor to it. So at the moment, we've got some grey walls that actually make the room look very, very small. And we're going to brighten it up, use some lighter tones, complement the wood of the furniture. And I think this will maximise the potential. I'll show you what the one that en-suites as well.
Let's go to the next one.
Here's another room. So this is the second room on the ground floor. Really, it's a bit brighter with a large window. Again, you've got this grey paint that just makes it look smaller. And if you're going to try and maximise the rent that you get for a property, all about just painting it. So we're going to paint it light colour. We're going to keep the desk, the wardrobe, put some extra storage on here and some pictures really quick. And again, similar to the other room, we've got effectively a whole unit space here. Microwave, fridge, freezer. We want to create that feeling for tenants that this is their own studio apartment. Yes, there's not a proper kitchen, but actually that they can feel like this is their own space and they don't need to go anywhere else. That's how you maximize the rent. Okay, let's go. So as we walk around, one of the things, this landlord had a really bad letting agent. And even once we've been speaking to a few of the current tenants, they had a poor experience too. Now, I'm not going to pick any names. The letting agent might have had circumstantial reasons why it was like that. Landlord, he's busy, he's in a good, strong career. He hasn't got time to be nitpicking and finding out that his management company aren't looking after the property very well. He's found us and we've given him a great solution. He likes what we're doing, and what's more, he's given us 6 weeks to do this without having to pay any rent. So let's go in the kitchen. So this is the area that probably needs the most amount of work. But it's comes with a really good quality wooden units, as well as a nice big sink. This area needs some work. The real key thing we're going to do here is just to bring it back to life, give it a bit more energy. So we're going to change the kitchen worktop. I will actually want to keep it, but some damage there beyond repair. So we're going to change it, maybe change these handles to make it a bit more modern. And this is a bit of an eyesore. We've got this huge gap. What's going on here? What is going on here? Straight away, if you're a tenant and you see that, what are you thinking? Oh, this is a bit dodgy. So we're going to put a small unit here to fill the space, keep the hob, the oven, clean up the tiles, put a different paint. Again, this is a kitchen diner and it's not huge. So how do we create that extra space? Go with a lighter tone of shades. So we're going to repaint that, put a similar colour on this side of the room. Maybe change the sofa and put a TV on the wall here. And this breakfast bar looks a bit larger than it needs to be. To create that extra space, we're going to take it off, make it a bit slimmer, put the fridge freezer over here, and then the breakfast bar will just be here, sofa and TV. You might be thinking, well, what about the tenants? Do they not want to have more space to eat? They do, but what we find is a lot of tenants, when you've got en-suites, and as you've seen from the first two rooms, they've got a fridge, freezer, microwave. A lot of them will just be popping in, getting their food and going. So that's one thing to be mindful of, is to make this space look clean, modern and functional, but try and put more emphasis on the rooms. Okay, let's go up. One of the key things with this house that I can't show you because it's locked is it's got a central heating unit that was only installed 12 months ago. Sometimes when we get these HMOs, the central heating units are quite old, they're dated, there's loads of work that needs to be done, and actually this landlord has been really good, he's invested well, and that unit will last him for a good 5-10 years with the right type of servicing and maintenance. Love this window. And I love the occupants of the window ledge. If we zoom in, look at all these flies. They love it as well. They're sunbathing. Okay, so we've skipped past the third room because that's tenanted. This room's a bit of an awkward space because if you look around, the door is a very awkward shape. The actual shower area is quite consolidated. So the intent here is to create an element of a boudoir, but still have that element of space. So the bed previously used to be facing out to here. What we're going to do is we're going to put the bed so it's facing this way, and then we're going to put a TV on here, keep everything else in terms of wardrobes, and then just jazz it up with some pictures. We're going to keep the carpet. I actually want to get rid of the carpet, to be honest, but the team said no, we're keeping it. It's going to get deep cleaned and reused. So who am I to say anything? It has to be done. And as you could probably see, the previous decorator was a bit lazy, so you got 2 tones of paint on the skirting board. Love that. That's a feature in itself. Let's keep that. So you're probably thinking, okay, so how long have you got this rental on for? We got it for 5 years. 5 years on a fixed price term, and the landlord's covering a lot of the structural elements, the plumbing, the heating, and we're going to cover the aesthetics, the redecoration and renting it. He's got a good deal in terms of the price we're paying. We've got a good deal in what we think our margins could be, and I can only see it improve because this same landlord has one more property and he's got more that he wants to buy. Now if we do a good job, do what we say we're going to do, he's going to look to us as a good resource and potentially give us more profit. The intent with us is to build deeper relationships with landlords because they give us more properties, and that's how you build a sustainable organic portfolio. So we're on to the next room. Very similar to downstairs, but it's a bit wider. It's still a bit awkward because you've got this ensuite area that is kind of takes up quite a lot of space. So we're going to keep it light and bright. Before you had these really disgusting granny type curtains. One of the team actually wanted to keep it. If you would keep it, put some comments down below. If you get rid, put some comments down below. Me, I think get rid. And to be fair, it's going to get rid and burn at the same time, so there's no reason for it to ever come back in this property. Moving on, keeping the wardrobe, keeping the bed. The bed's going to be exactly where it was before. Headboard there, coming out. Put a desk near the bay window, and then we're going to put a TV on here. And it's going to be about the choice of colours we're going to use. The choice of colours are going to complement this room. Again, with this carpet, when I first saw this property, I thought these carpets are going to have to be changed. Again, who am I? The team have overruled me again, so this needs to stay, so it's going to stay. And I really like this room's bathroom actually. I think they could have done a better job by bringing in the actual shower room so it's more consolidated. Maybe put the entrance there, but it's a nice big space, and I think if we swivel around, that this is going to be a nice place just to decorate. Maybe some greenery, some floating shells, some floating plants, just to give that the extra Vava Vima's Tyrion recess. So there are 2 other rooms, but they're tenanted. Those 2 other rooms are really nice rooms as well. There's one in the loft, that the whole loft is 1 room. So we're going to maximise that space. But so you might be thinking, how much is this going to cost you to redecorate and improve aesthetically, Dwayne? Well, it's not going to cost as much, because ultimately, as you can see throughout the house, really got most of the furniture that's there and reusable, and it's literally given a lick of paint, a new life, and adding a few repairs and fittings here and there. So budget-wise, I'm budgeting between 3,000 to 4,000 maximum. It might even be less than that, but 3,000 to 4,000, including the garden. And those repairs will mean that the property will get the maximum amount in terms of rent, the maximum occupancy, and then when there's changeovers of tenants, because it's going to be done to such a nice standard, there should be a reduced vacancy rate. So I think that 3,000 to 4,000 is a really good investment to make for this type of property. So that wraps up the tours. Let's just break down the numbers for you. We've got this on a 5-year term. We're paying £1,800 per month over the fixed time of that 5 years. There's no break clauses, no increases. It's fixed 1,800. Plus, we're covering or factoring in around £600 for utilities and council tax. That factors in potential increases in energy bills over the next 6 months, 12 months. So around £600 is being budgeted. We think we're going to be renting the rooms on average at £550, but for some of the rooms we might get extra. So at £550, it will effectively be £3,300. We're expecting a minimum margin of £900. The landlord's aware and wants us to make money. Why would a landlord want you to not make money? That impacts upon the rent that they're going to pay. So he knows that we're going to make money, he's going to be making money too, and that works really well as a partnership going forward. So this is why getting the right type of rent works so well, and why I'm a big advocate. If there's any questions you have, post them in the comments below and I'll answer them. From what you've seen, do you think rent-to-rent's good?